Both networks have coasted to rating success with a heavy diet of Trump-related hard news in the day and Trump-critical opinion at night. The Trump presidency has been an unmitigated success for the three major cable news networks, which have all experienced a huge uptick in audience ratings over the past 3.5 years. But while Fox News has maintained its dominance over the industry by going heavy on pro-Trump commentary, MSNBC and CNN have benefited from prime-time opinion hosts who have taken the president and his administration to task on a nightly basis, not to mention viewer interest in the constant swirl of news emanating from the Trump White House. So what happens at MSNBC and CNN if President Trump loses? It might seem to be the most fervent hope of some of their pundits. But would a President Joe Biden be good for business? I think they're going to feel very lost because they are largely addicted to Trump at this point, and that sense of chaos, said Ariana Peccary, who left MSNBC in July after a nearly 7-year career that included serving as a producer for Lawrence O'Donnell's evening show. A former CNN anchor argued that after years of the network challenging Trump, a Biden win could have a devastating impact on their bottom line. CNN officially disagrees. As a global journalistic enterprise that is oriented around covering breaking news, a CNN insider said, the network will still have plenty of stories to aggressively cover, even if Biden wins, with the continued devastation wrought by the COVID-19 pandemic at the top of the list. That, on its own, will be a big draw for cable news in 2021, the person said. An MSNBC insider also expressed confidence that a Biden presidency would keep the network's journalists and commentators busy, mentioning the pandemic, racial justice, and a potentially dicey transfer of political power as key issues. Andrew Tyndall, a television industry analyst, said that viewer interest in the pandemic could initially obscure a ratings drop that might come from the Trump to Biden transition. That's not going to change in the medium term, whatever the result of the election is, he said. With the recent appointment of Joy Reid, a liberal former political activist, as MSNBC's 7 p.m. host, the network's daily lineup isn't likely to change in a significant way. But viewers might see fewer guest contributions from the stable of never-Trump Republicans Steve Schmidt and Charlie Sykes, for example, who have become fan favorites, even among liberal viewers, for their passionate critiques of the president. I don't know how they will play in a post-Trump era, Peccary said. If they start taking swipes at a new Democratic president, she predicted, they will find themselves on air fewer and fewer times. The network's biggest never-Trump success story is former George W. Bush administration staffer Nicole Wallace, who excelled as a 4 p.m. host before being given a second daily hour in August, securing her place as one of MSNBC's biggest stars. The question that industry watchers are asking is whether Wallace would lose appeal to left-leaning viewers if she emerges as a critic of a President Biden.